Action News at 10 with Ann Gownley. Sports with Eric DeBerardinis. And meteorologist Joe Garbace.
Closing arguments are expected to begin Monday morning in Luzerne County Court in the Hugo Zielinski double homicide trial, and tonight it's our top story. Good evening. This is WYLN's Late Edition, Greater Hazelton's only local news broadcast for Friday, February 6th, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. The defense has rested in the Hugo Zielinski murder case. Luzerne County Judge Fred Parentoni set closing arguments to begin at 10 a.m. Monday morning. Jurors will then begin deliberations on day 13 of the double murder trial. Zielinski's defense team believes that they placed doubt in the minds of the jury, offering testimony from law officers who recovered digging tools in Zielinski's accomplice's van. Again, Zielinski is charged with torturing and murdering pharmacist Michael Kurkowski and his girlfriend Tammy Fassett in May of 2002. Once the closing arguments are given, it will then be up to the jury to decide Zielinski's fate. There is a warning about IRS phone scams during this tax season. Around 300,000 reports have been filed by people who said that they received fraudulent calls from people claiming to be IRS agents. 3,000 of those people have given the fraudulent callers a minimum of $1,000 each. In total, $14 million has been paid nationwide as a result of the scam. Officials say that if someone contacts you and demands a payment by a prepaid debit card, be cautious. Now this is a recording of a message left by a scammer claiming to be from the IRS.
Lloyd Sherwood calling you from Internal Revenue Services, Tax Audit Department. The nature and the purpose of this call is just to let you know that there is a lawsuit filed against your name and your social security number regarding the tax fraud. Get us able to get registered within the state county of Pennsylvania. Get back to us as soon as possible on our toll-free number, that is 202-751-2456.
The IRS never asks for a credit card, debit, or prepaid information over the phone. They also do not contact people by text, emails, or social media. If you think that you owe taxes, you can contact the IRS at 1-800-829-1040. If you believe that you have been contacted by a scammer, you are urged to call 1-800-366-4484 or visit tigta.gov. The Wilkes-Barre Area School District is exploring the idea of leasing a new building to house its high school. School Board Solicitor Attorney Raymond Wendelowski said the board is looking at a facility that was recently built by a private developer. Thursday night, the board held a special meeting to get public comments on what the next step should be. The study found that renovating the three high schools, Coughlin, Myers, and GAR, would cost more than $236 million. The study also found that building one consolidated high school at a new site, along with turning GAR into a middle school, would cost more than $141 million. The district also stated that Myers and Coughlin cannot be feasibly fixed. As for leasing a building, Wendelowski is looking into the legality of public-private partnerships. A popular area nightclub in Plains Township gets to keep its liquor license. 3 Commonwealth Court judges affirmed a decision made by the Court of Common Pleas in Luzerne County to renew the Woodlands liquor license. The judges did disagree with the county's court's decision to throw out an agreement between the Woodlands and the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board. The Liquor Control Board thinks that the nightclub should not have a license. It made an agreement in 2010 imposing several conditions on the Woodlands, which included installing a surveillance system and adding adequate lighting. The board objected when the Woodlands applied to renew its license in 2010, citing 10 objections issued between 2000 and 2010. The Woodlands appealed and the county court ruled in favor of the establishment. A traffic alert for anyone driving the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Work will be done on the northeast extension north of Lehigh Valley and south of the Mahoning Valley exit. Drivers should be prepared for multiple traffic backups of no more than 15 minutes each to begin at 11 p.m. tonight. The traffic restrictions are needed for maintenance work inside the northbound and southbound tunnels and will be lifted by 2 a.m. Saturday morning. Traffic approaching the tunnels will be periodically stopped to allow workers to safely perform maintenance on the closed-circuit cameras. Motorists should be prepared for slow-moving or stop traffic approaching the entrance to the Lehigh Tunnel to avoid delays. Motorists are advised to seek an alternate route. Travel advisories will be posted at paturnpike.com. A Wilkes-Barre man began the first of his 3 separate trials in Luzerne County Court on Thursday. 57-year-old Frank James Capozzi was being investigated by the State Office of the Attorney General on insurance fraud charges. State agents served him with a search warrant on July 31st of 2013 and allegedly found 2 .308 caliber rifles and a 12-gauge shotgun. On Thursday, State Agent Douglas Hillard testified that he found the firearms and seized them because Capozzi is prohibited from carrying and possessing a firearm due to a criminal investigation in New Jersey. A trial for the insurance fraud charges is set to begin on February 16th. His wife will also be on trial in that case, where Capozzi claimed he was in a car crash in 2011 and was unable to return to work. The 3rd trial date has not been scheduled. Capozzi is facing charges of illegally receiving nearly $14,500 in public assistance food stamps. The Hanover area social studies teacher acquitted of having sex with a student has resigned from his teaching position. The Hanover Area School Board approved Evans' resignation that was effected on January 31st at Thursday's board meeting. Evans has been suspended without pay since he was charged with institutional sexual assault in January of 2014. Those charges stem from an alleged sexual encounter between Evans and a male student who was just 18 years old at the time. Evans was acquitted of the charges at his trial in Luzerne County Court on July 30th, 2014. He remained on suspension as the school district conducted an evaluation of whether Evans should be reinstated. The 34-year-old former teacher resigned after reaching an agreement with the district. Evans' mother, who is a school board member, did not attend Thursday night's meeting. The 37th Annual American Cancer Society Telethon is just 21 days away, and organizers are gearing up for the 12-hour day to raise money for those affected by cancer. Last year, just over $99,000 was raised for cancer research and programs for cancer patients and survivors in the greater Hazleton area. An estimated 1,500 people will be involved in the production of the 37th Annual American Cancer Society Telethon that is set to kick off Saturday, February 28th at the Laurel Mall from 11 a.m. until 11 p.m. and broadcast live right here on WYLN. The telethon is dedicated to its founders, Henry and Leona Kreisel and Joseph S. Gans Sr. The honorary chairs of the telethon are Irene Gans and the Gans family. The telethon is a major fundraiser for the Greater Hazleton unit, and it also serves as a cancer prevention education tool. You can see many familiar faces on this year's telethon, so make sure to tune in to WYLN, stop by the Laurel Mall, or call in on February 28th to make a donation to the American Cancer Society. The number to call, 570-459-1212. And stay tuned to WYLN in the coming weeks for all the details leading up to the 37th Annual ACS Telethon. Tonight, more details on what WYLN News has in store for you this February. As we've mentioned before, it has been our pleasure at WYLN to bring you the area's best local news coverage, local sports, and in-depth weather reports. A change is coming right around Valentine's Day to show you, our viewers, that we've taken your suggestions to heart. Beginning on February 16th, WYLN will be bringing you more of what you've been asking for. Stay tuned Monday for all the details leading up to February 16th, only on WYLN. It's time now for a first check on our forecast with Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbaczyk in the Weather Center. Joe, can we expect any more snow this weekend?
Yeah, before all is said and done, it does look like we may have to deal with some precipitation going into the second part of the weekend and early next week. But I tell you what, right now, it is actually pretty nice out. No precipitation falling. The winds continuing to be relatively light. Let's take a look at our traffic cameras across our region. These are animated over the past hour right through now, and you can clearly see that there's no problems out there on the highways weather-related. Things looking pretty good as we head into the rest of this evening. Now, what can we expect as we head into the weekend? I'll let you know the latest about the potential of a storm by Sunday into Monday. All those details coming up in a little bit. Right now, we'll send it back over to Ann.
Thanks, Joe. Stay with us. Details on how a local man is making his dreams come true and filming the last part of his documentary, Tattoos Saved My Life, here in the Hazleton area. Plus, looking to get married on Valentine's Day weekend, well, WYLN has all the details on how you can get hitched by the mayor of Hazleton. That and much more coming up on Late Edition.
Why should you choose Penn State Hazleton?
We have new scholarship money.
There's no application fee.
When you visit campus.
Opportunities to do research. Students are scoring internships
all over the country.
You can start here and finish here.
Or at another Penn State campus. We have fun.
We have the Lion.
Penn State is ranked #1
by corporate recruiters.
We have the largest alumni network
in the world.
It's your time. Penn State.
Penn State
lives here.
Check us out at psu.edu/visit-Hazleton.
Well, I'll never forget it. 1 minute, we're talking about going to the movies, and the next, Maggie could barely speak. It was a stroke. I thought I was going to lose her. But I never saw doctors work so fast. Anyway, she's coming home tomorrow. I just hope she doesn't yell at me for killing all the plants.
A winning smile. It's not the secret to success, but it sure helps. Protect your smile by visiting Dr. Weiss for complete dental services. Dr. Weiss offers a full-service denture laboratory on premises, offering dentures in one day. 3 dentists, 4 hygienists, and a team of caring technicians and assistants specializing in quality dentures and repairs, complete general dentistry, extractions, cleaning, and caps. Dr. Weiss, where you can have new dentures in one day.
A Hazleton native has come home to film a documentary about tattoos. WYLN's Gary Perna has this story from Hazleton.
Filming for a documentary was underway at the Let It Bleed tattoo shop on 15th Street in Hazleton this afternoon. Hazleton native Sonny Joe is the mastermind behind this documentary, all about tattoos and how they've changed people's lives.
Basically today what we're doing is we're having a lot of locals come in and we want to hear their story. We want to hear how tattoos changed their life and what kind of significance their tattoos have to them.
Sonny Joe told us that it was very important to him to shoot here in Hazleton.
Documentary, not only was it filmed in Hazleton, it was filmed in over 12 different states, but something that I really wanted to do is any part of the documentary where we're talking to people that talk about what their tattoos mean to them, I wanted to include people from Hazleton. The reason why I wanted to do that is because not only do I feel like Hazleton gets a lot of stereotype, tattoos gets a lot of stereotype too, so I said why not combine the two together.
This film is based on Kevin Parsons' life and how tattoos saved his life.
Growing up, I mean, life wasn't as simple as everybody wants it to be. I went into foster homes and group homes and detention centers and boot camps and things like that until I was 18 years old. And I spent the entire time getting through with my artwork was the best way for me to go about it. And I got out, and on the way out, a lot of people told me to go for tattooing. It was probably the best bet with the style of the way I went with artwork and in order to get into a career without having to go to school. So I got into it, and I tried and I tried for years, and 3 years went by, and it was rough. I actually ended up homeless for a little while, and my boss, Mike Robertson here, who owns the shop, he gave me a call actually on my birthday, not even realize it was my birthday, and told me it was time to have a talk about working for him after 2 years of me asking and him telling me no, because I wasn't there yet. And I finally came here, and January 1st was the 3rd year that I've been here at Let It Bleed.
Parsons says he has done over 5,000 tattoos in his career, and himself, well, he has 59 tattoos, and every one has a different story.
People can see my story and take it as inspiration that there's no reason to let the pain and the things you've gone through, even if it's not your fault, there's no reason to let that hold you down. You're in 100% in complete control of your life and only you, and you're the only one that has to live by your own expectations, and that's really the truth about it.
Sonny is expected to interview about 100 people today at the tattoo shop. There is no date yet when the documentary will be released. Stay tuned here on Monday on WYLN, where we'll give you more information and more in-depth about this documentary that was based right here in Hazleton. In Hazleton, for WYLN's Late Edition, I'm Gary Perna.
Thank you, Gary, and of course we'll be looking forward to that. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbaczyk will have a full look at our upcoming forecast. Then we take a look at what the Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress has in store for Second Friday on February 13th. Stay tuned, more Late Edition is headed your way, only on WYLN.
The Hazleton unit of the American Cancer Society presents the 37th annual Telethon. Give hope, celebrate life. The American Cancer Society's annual telethon will be held Saturday, February 28th at the Laurel Mall in Hazleton and broadcast live on WYLN TV 35 from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Join us for a day filled with great entertainment. Help us celebrate the telethon's 37th year as we raise money for a cure. The American Cancer Society's telethon is made possible by these businesses. S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Life has its twists and turns. It can take many different shapes. But a good retirement plan changes with your life. And as we talk about what you're putting away and how much you'll need to retire, what was uncertain becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Well, the winds die down, not too much of a factor right now, and overall not too bad, simply because we don't have to deal with the winds like we've been dealing with them before. Walk outside, not feeling too bad, but as we go into this weekend, we're going to be looking at the chance of the possibility of some more precipitation overspreading our area by the second part of the weekend and early next week. Live 35 Skycast Doppler, nothing to show you right now from Wilkes-Barre through Scranton, Berwick, Bloomsburg, and Williamsport. All points at this time remaining dry. Look at these numbers. Early this morning, single digits to sub-zero readings and daytime highs only getting up into the teens and 20s. Temperature-wise right now, 21 in New Angola, 23 in Berwick, 25 in Bloomsburg, and 24 degrees in Danville. Satellite and radar, all is quiet here across the Northeast. Nothing to show you. It's going to stay quiet as we head through tonight, as we head into tomorrow. Look at this streak of a little bit some blue showing up, maybe a little bit some light snow or light snow showers as we head into later tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. But other than that, really not expecting anything significant. And then we're going to be looking at the potential of another system coming through later Sunday evening, Sunday night, and as we head into our Monday. Notice these numbers tonight dropping down into the teens. Tomorrow, we're going to be getting up many areas slightly above freezing. That's the good news. It'll melt some of that snow. And then notice, look at these temperatures now. As we go into early Sunday morning, temperatures actually in the 30s. That's going to be the telltale sign of what's going to happen as we get this next storm system. But tomorrow, like I said, not much going on. A few snow showers, a little bit of some light snow maybe, especially over extreme northeastern PA. Some milder air is going to make its way into our area. And at this point in time, going into Sunday evening and Sunday night, it looks like we can be looking at some plain rain for our Sunday, and then maybe a little bit of a mixed Sunday night and going into Monday. Still a lot of uncertainties with this storm system. Some of the later models will come out later tonight, and as we go into the weekend, and we'll monitor that very quickly and carefully for you. But at this point in time, it looks like we'll be dealing with some rain, plain rain, as we go into our first part of our Sunday, and then a little bit of a mixture Sunday night, and then going into our Monday. Temperatures holding in the 20s. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week still remaining cold, with high temperatures only in the 20s. And we'll have more for you coming up after this break.
During these changing times, is your insurance program up to date? I'm local Allstate agent Gary McNeilis. I invite you to come into our office or give us a call. We'll help you be sure that you have the proper coverage to take care of all your family's needs at a price you can afford. Now more than ever, you need to be in good hands to protect everything that's important to you. Our team of insurance professionals and I will be honored to serve you. Are you in good hands?
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
It's a sweet time at Victoria's Candies, and Victoria's has a sweet pre-Valentine's sale for you. Order your chocolate-covered strawberries before February 10th and get 20% off. Regularly $18.95, now $15.20 a pound. Also, select chocolate-filled hearts are on sale for 20% off through February 10th. 51 North Laurel Street, Laurel Mall, 22nd Street Plaza. Victoria's Candies, quality since 1934.
Thinking about getting married this Valentine's Day? Well, you are in luck. The Downtown Hazelton Alliance for Progress is holding a special Second Friday that is all about the love. Couples who would like to tie the knot in the city of Hazelton on Friday, February 13th can do so by heading downtown. Mayor Joe Yanuzzi will be performing wedding ceremonies as part of the event scheduled for Second Friday. We stopped by the mayor's office to talk with him about this special event.
Anybody that wanted to get married could come down to my office with their license, and we would marry them. And we also would ask that anybody who wanted to renew their vows on Valentine's Day, which is a nice gesture, they could come down, and we would perform the ceremony down in the lobby of the Marco. All they have to do is call my office, give their names, and we would have it prepared. If they want to walk in on the last minute, they can also do that.
Now, there are also plenty of other events taking place on Friday, February 13th in the downtown. For more information on the Downtown Hazelton Alliance for Progress and the details on the times and locations of events for Second Friday, you may log on to downtownhazelton.org. And if you'd like to tie the knot or renew your vows, you are asked to call the mayor's office at 570-459-4910 to make an appointment and, of course, to fill out that paperwork. Coming up next, Eric DeBaradinas is in with a look at tonight's high school matchups on the hardwood. Plus, he takes a look back at this year's high school basketball season just before playoffs are about to begin. That and much more coming up only on WYLN's Late Edition.
Good, I'm good.
Athletes try talking themselves out of being hurt.
I'm good.
Working past the pain because they want to keep on playing.
Okay. I'm good.
Coordinated Health understands. As the #1 sports medicine team in the region, we get these champions back in the game with pro-level care.
Yeah, I'm good.
Because we make you better together.
Now, Hazel Park Spring Water is proud to announce that they are the official water of the WYLN Sports Crew and available for home delivery through J.W. Wargo Spring Water Delivery. Since 1915, the Kreisel family has been serving the area with quality meats. The tradition continues today with 5 generations at Hazel Park Quality Meats, 260 Washington Avenue, West Hazelton, and Redding Specialty Meats, located at 216 East 4th Street in Berwick.
Exactly 2 months ago, the high school hoop season tipped off. Now we're nearing the end. In the Schuylkill League, tonight's action marks the final games of the regular season. For some, the year will be over, but for others, the start of a new season. We take a look at how the playoff and title races are shaping up. The Schuylkill League playoffs are set for next week, but the matchups still haven't been fully decided. In the boys bracket, Pottsville, Minersville, and Mahanoy are division champions. If Tamaqua wins tonight, they become the wild card. But if the Blue Raiders lose and the Spartans win, then the two will play a tiebreaker on Monday. Boys semi set for Wednesday, and on the girls' side, North Schuylkill and Minersville are in as division champions, Pottsville the wild card. And there will be a tiebreaker played tomorrow between Marion Catholic and Shenandoah Valley to determine the Division III champion. Semifinal matchup for the girls on Tuesday. The league championships will be played next Friday, transitioning to the Wyoming Valley Conference, where every team plays in the districts if they choose. Still a week left in the regular season for these schools. In boys Division I, we have a showdown shaping up. Hazelton and Crestwood both 10-1 in conference play, with their lone loss coming against each other. So if they end up with an even record, there will be a third matchup to determine the champion. In Division II, Hanover with 1 loss, Nanticoke and GR with 2 losses apiece. The Hawkeyes play the Trojans on Tuesday and the Grenadiers on Friday, so if they get through that unscathed, they'll be the champs. Division III, Myers leads Holy Redeemer by a game, but they play on the last night of the regular season, which could make a difference. Now for the girls. Hazelton's convincing win against Pittston last night catapulted them to first place in Division I. If they win out, they're the champs. At 9-1, Nanticoke will claim the Division II crown, with the next closest team, Hanover, at 6-5. And Holy Redeemer hasn't lost in conference and have clinched the title in Division III, while they set their sights on the districts and beyond. Full slate of boys basketball tonight across the area, including right here on WYLN as we bring you Hazelton versus Pittston. Cougars and Patriots set to tip off at 7:30. Stay tuned. Joe Garbacic will have a final look at your upcoming forecast.
Get your green on and join us for the Wilkes-Barre St. Patrick's Day Parade, Sunday, March 15th. Parade coverage starts at 2 p.m. live on WYLN TV 35. Thousands of spectators, vintage vehicles, local talent, floats, marching bands, and more. The Wilkes-Barre St. Patrick's Day Parade, Sunday, March 15th. Parade coverage starts at 2 p.m. on WYLN TV 35. We're your local network.
Join us this week on Wellness Through Physical Therapy. Tim's going to tell us about neuropathy. This is a condition that affects a large number of people, a lot of seniors, and it's something that's very difficult to treat. Tim is going to give you a natural, non-invasive option this on Wellness Through Physical Therapy. Join us.
Off the beaten path and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed on WYLN TV 35.
Well, things looking pretty good as we head through the rest of this evening. A little bit of some snow upstate New York by Syracuse, but for our area, things not looking too bad. Even some clearing. And here's a look at the extended forecast as we go into our Saturday. Looks like it should be fairly quiet across all of our area. A few snow showers or with some light snow possible. And then later Sunday, some rain, and then could be looking at changing over to a little bit of a wintry mix later Sunday night and the first part of Monday. Originally it looked like it could have been a big snowstorm, but at this point in time it's looking less and less likely. A little bit some more rain and mixing in, if you will, but we'll watch those models carefully this evening and through the weekend and see what ends up happening. And cold as we head into next week. How about a week from today? We're only going to get maybe up to about 14.
I'll still take 33 degrees.
I feel pretty nice, yeah. I mean, getting above freezing, melting some of that snow, but then when it gets cold, as we go into Sunday night and Monday, then everything freezes, it becomes ice, and we know what that leads to.
Bad things.
Yeah, good things don't happen when we have ice.
You should know where he was going with that. Bad things. It's all right, Joe. Hey, yesterday was National Weather Person's Day, so
It's not your day anymore.
It's not your day, so.
Hey, 1 out of 365.
But you know what, today is a game day for the WYLN sports crew. So if you're looking to watch Hazleton take on Pittston area, you're going to want to tune in tonight at 7 o'clock for that big game. Our crew's down there setting up now, so make sure you head on down. It's a place to get warm. And it's going to be a good game tonight. So if don't feel like sitting at home and watching the game, why don't you head on down to Hazleton and watch Hazleton take on Pittston tonight, 7 o'clock, right here on WYLN. And don't forget, stay tuned on Monday on Late Edition at 10 p.m. for our big announcement. We'll see you then, and have a wonderful and safe weekend.